We provide information about sports betting for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm gambling regulations in your state of residence. To participate in sports gaming, you must be 21 years of age or older and be physically present in a state where sports betting is legal. If you or someone you know has a sports betting or gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org for more information and further assistance.
Welcome to the Spread Zone presented by FanDuel. My name is Rizz. There's Anthony Stalter. That is Tim McKernan, and it is your Indianapolis 500 special, the greatest spectacle in racing. It's this weekend. But before we get into our Indy 500 picks, let's talk about last week.
I'd like to move on and focus on the Indy 500.
When we last spoke to you, we were talking PGA Championship and Preakness. So, Tim, our golf expert, how did we do with our PGA Championship picks?
Well, once again, the show performed admirably. Rizz, you were all over Jon Rahm. Jon Rahm had a hell of a round. He actually tied Scotty Scheffler at one point on Sunday. Anthony, you were on Bryson DeChambeau. He finished tied for second. You got the people paid. And I don't remember who I picked.
Was it Scheffler? Did you have Scheffler?
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think so. I'm looking. My spreadsheet's frozen.
Min?
Probably McElroy.
No,
it wasn't him.
Was it Min Woo Lee?
I believe it was Min Woo Lee.
Gentlemen, I don't know what to make of what's going on with my golf plays, but I can tell you we've had two majors and neither one of my plays have stuck around for the weekend and haven't made the cut.
Yeah. That's our
a
golf
tough
expert.
one.
And I sit here and I break down data and I can tell Stalter's like, wow, where is he coming up with this stuff?
Honestly, I'm sitting here. I'm like, this is amazing. My research was not as detailed. I need to pick up my game. And then the event happens and I'm thinking I'm complete. I'm good.
Is it sometimes
I don't need to do
too
more.
lost in the numbers?
I want to give the people a value play, but you guys have delivered. I mean, Jon Rahm and you picked McElroy for the Masters. You had McElroy for the Masters, and you had Bryson. Anthony calls it choking on the chalk, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with choking on the chalk.
Sometimes you got to pick the favorite.
Absolutely.
Now, in all honesty, I did pick Justin Thomas to win. He did not make the weekend, but I said, keep an eye on Jon Rahm.
That was a sneaker play.
We got a thing with him going on this weekend.
Yeah, the old voice. We talked about the voice.
Yeah, you were talking about that voice.
I don't like the voice.
But then you guys do the Preakness.
I don't want to rely on the voice.
The voice got you the winner on the Preakness. Both you guys won on the Preakness.
Also picking a favorite, journalism.
But you're winning for the people. If people are rolling with you, they're profiting. If they're rolling with me, they're living under an overpass.
I will say this about Tim, though. You have been correct.
On what?
You have said, hey, follow Jackson.
Jackson being our basketball guy.
Yeah, Jackson Burkett. He came in.
14-2 is what he did.
Incredible run. You said, take Jackson, fade me. And then last week, you were very adamant that you were not the one to follow. So are you picking the right ponies? No. Are you picking the right human beings that are professional athletes? No, sir.
I don't know.
But are you picking the right spread zone host to follow?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess I'm a tout of touts.
You're a tout of touts.
Yeah, I'm a tout of touts. But as far as a tout goes, fade me and then you profit. You guys hit on the Preakness too.
Yeah.
You had the Preakness. You had Rahm. You had DeChambeau. Yeah. You're making people money.
We go from talking about horses to horsepower.
That's called the transition.
Yeah, that was
in the radio
professional segue.
Yeah.
So again, the greatest spectacle in racing, it's here. Betting lines are moving, storylines are popping, guys. So let's get into the Indianapolis 500. Now, big shakeup this week. Team Penske's Joseph Newgarden and Will Power penalized after qualifying, both moving to the back of the grid. So I don't know if you saw the story of what actually went down, but IndyCar moved Newgarden and Power to the 32nd and 33rd spots on the grid following Team Penske's violations during pre-Fast 12 qualifying tech inspection. Now, what happened was the team had illegally modified seams in the car's attenuators, which we all know what that is, right?
Of course, but that's why we just keep moving on.
Right, because
everybody knows. Yeah.
What they did was they filled in gaps that may have given them an aerodynamic advantage. The attenuators has something to do with when you get hit from behind, it's a safety thing.
Got it.
So you have two favorites now being moved to the back of the field. You have a rookie, Robert Schwartzman, not only qualifies for his first Indy 500, but he is on the pole for the race. First rookie to do it in 40-plus years. Now, how much do you buy into the pole advantage at Indy?
So I got some numbers for you, Rizz.
Let's hear the numbers.
On the pole position, starting from the pole, has led to victory 21 times in 108 races.
Okay.
So, small advantage there, but an advantage nonetheless. The other nugget that I found here, which was actually, I thought, perhaps more advantageous, while the pole position produces 21 of the 108 Indy 500 wins, 43% of all races, the front row, being on the front row greatly increases the driver's win probability compared to middle rear starters. About 43% of the races come from that first row. So that's kind of Joseph Newgarden. That's a big deal. Back-to-back Indy 500 wins. Did you have a chance to chat with him?
Yes.
When he made his tour? Great dude.
He's a good dude. I'm a fan. He's a great racer. Now he's got to move to the back of the field. Still, FanDuel gives him a plus 1,000. So he is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth favorite on the FanDuel rankings.
I got to eliminate him. As much as I hate to say it.
You're going by that math.
You have to start. I mean, you guys know this. You got a large field. You have to start eliminating certain drivers right away, and I've got to eliminate them.
What do you say, Mr. McKernan?
I also value experience in the Indy 500. Historically, you've had success with race car drivers who have not just shown up. So you're talking about the rookie Rizz, who's at plus 1,500.
Yes.
But you usually will find experience. I believe the last time you saw a rookie win was 2016. And so I value experience. And Anthony, you make note of the positioning and how that back row, you just cross a line through them.
Yep. Only about 10 winners have started outside the top 20.
Well, I want to throw this out here, and I'll ask you this, Tim. Alex Palou, who is at plus 600, second in the FanDuel odds. He's been the most consistent in the series. He's starting sixth. His sixth place start matter, does it? Is he still a top guy in your book?
In all of my research for our conversation today, you'll be hard pressed to find somebody who doesn't mention him as either their pick or a favorite to win this thing. And he is the second favorite as far as short money goes in this event. So he's somebody that a number of people are high on winning this weekend.
Now, as far as odds go, Anthony, you got Ward, you got Palou, you got Dixon, you got McLaughlin, you got Newgarden, Sato, and Schwartzman. Who's the favorite you actually trust in those rankings there? Is Award finally due?
I think out of those favorites, the one that I like the most is Award. Consistent performance, very, very aggressive driver. I mean, we talked to Newgarden, and there is a bit of a he said there's more respect given in the Indy 500, or I'm sorry, not the Indy 500, but open wheel compared to NASCAR because of the way that the cars, how fast they go, how dangerous they are, how exposed they are. So the drivers aren't ultra aggressive like you would see in NASCAR, right, where Rubbin's racing.
Right.
When it comes to as aggressive as you can get, I think Award is the one that will actually push the limits the most. I think he's aggressive. I like him a lot. Popular pick among bettors this weekend, but if we're looking at the favorites, he's the one I'm circling.
Sometimes you got to choke on chalk. He's the favorite at plus 500, but hey, that's a guy that a lot of people, as you mentioned, Anthony, are high on.
And listen, as an IndyCar fan, and especially with this race, does starting position really matter at Indy with so many pit cycles and yellows? I'm not sure. As with that stat, as far as the pole position goes, 21 out of 108 races
for the pole
wind up being winners. So
yep.
Again, with all the pit cycles, with the yellows, I don't know if starting position really matters, but let's take a break here. We'll come back. We'll talk about value bets. We'll talk about top finishers. We'll talk about some sleepers. It's the Spread Zone presented by FanDuel, and we're talking Indy 500. All right, welcome back to the Spread Zone presented by FanDuel, talking Indy 500. So let's talk value, fellas. Is there anyone in the plus 700 to plus 1,600 range you see as a must bet?
Well, I've got my play in that range, but the other one that I was considering, Rizz, was Kyle Larson, who is plus 1,600. He is somebody who will probably be flying under the radar relative to some of the plays we made in our opening segment. But Kyle Larson is a guy that would be my value play.
He is a NASCAR champion. He's pulling the double this weekend.
He's going doubleheader.
So he's going to do the Indy and he's going to do the NASCAR race. So he'll get out of the Indy car, weather permitting. I think the weather's supposed to be pretty okay in Indianapolis. I think they were calling for maybe a 25% chance of rain. Last year he was going to do the double, but he got stuck with
weather.
Rain, so he wasn't able to do it. But he's expected to do it this year. NASCAR champ doing the double, so plus 1,600, decent play, Tim?
Plus 1,600 would be my value play.
I like Santino Ferrucci, known for his prowess on ovals, impressive past performances at Indy. I think he surprises this
plus
weekend.
Plus 3,000.
Yes, sir. So that's my dark horse.
I mean, Joseph Newgarden at plus 1,000. Are the odds long enough after the penalty? I mean, or remember, he's coming from the back of the field and still is at plus 1,000.
Yeah, Rizz, I think you just put that perfectly. That's one of the reasons I've got to cross him off. I can't remember who it was last week when we were talking about the PGA Championship. I don't know who it was. It was Rory. He had just won. The odds were terrible from a value standpoint.
Correct.
And if you guys remember the episode, I eliminated them. I'm like, I can't even consider certain, in this case, drivers or certain golfers if the value just isn't there. And chances are he's probably not going to pull off back-to-back majors
because
in this
of
case.
The data you presented with this, the positioning is why
exactly.
You cross him off the list, and you're not getting value.
Correct. He's all the way back. If you would take a flyer if he's plus 2,500, right? But at plus 1,000, there's not enough value for me. He's got to come all the way from the back. He's already a two-time champ.
All right, so we'll maybe look top 3, top 5, top 10. Award, Palou, McLaughlin, Dixon. Anyone you're locking in for a top 3 at plus money?
Award.
Palou top 3 is around plus 170.
I like that. I think that this is somebody who has had an incredible year, and I just don't know how he wouldn't be there when it's all said and done.
Looking at top 5, Marcus Ericsson is at plus 300. I don't know about anybody lower down the board I see sneaking in, but top 10, Kyle Larson is at plus 120. Hilo Castroneves, always a fan favorite, is at plus 300. Maybe that's worth a sprinkle.
Maybe. He hasn't had a lot of success recently in the Indy 500, but like you said, certainly a fan favorite. He won the last rookie winner was Rossi in 2016. Before Rossi, the last rookie winner was Castroneves in 2001. But no, for me, if we're going top 3, top 5, I'm looking at Award. He's either either gonna win the damn thing or he's gonna wreck.
Now, I love some of these long shots. Ed Carpenter at plus 8,000. Marco Andretti at plus 15,000. These guys have raced here before, have had some success. Any love for the long shots, Tim?
If there's anything that I would go that would be in a long shot category, and therefore I'm talking about plus 5,000 or above, I would go with Lewis Foster. I've seen his name popping up as somebody to keep an eye on, and he's at plus 8,000. That would be firing a Hail Mary for entertainment purposes, and that's at plus 8,000. But other than that, I think you have a concentrated pool of potential winners this week.
I agree. I gave my dark horse. I like Santino Ferrucci. So that is, if I'm going to take a shot, I'm going
the guy.
I'm going with the Italian.
Nice.
Plus 3,000 is what you're getting on that.
Yes, sir.
Anthony.
All right, so we'll take one more break here, and then we'll come back. We'll do our final bets, and we'll do our race day picks. Spread Zone presented by FanDuel. It's the Indy 500 Spectacular. All right, we're back. Spread Zone presented by FanDuel, making our final bets and race day picks for the Indianapolis 500. All right, so let's go with the winner, and we'll start with you, Anthony Stalter. Your winner of the Indianapolis 500, who you're putting money on is?
Well, I've been talking about him throughout the show today. I like Award. Consistent performances. Dude's hungry. Near wins in previous Indy 500s. I think you got to be aggressive. I think, too, with Team Penske, those two drivers having to bounce back or three drivers having to go to the back, I think this opens up a clear advantage for Award. I know I'm not getting the best value. If I'm predicting a winner, though, give me Award.
Award. Tim McKernan.
Rizz, we talked about the importance of your starting position and why you were crossing names off, Anthony. Mm-hmm. We've talked about the fact that you haven't seen a rookie win since 2016. And another fun fact for no and tell, for those of you planning on wagering on this, is 15 of the last 16 Indianapolis 500 winners were won by drivers 32 or older. So with that all established, I'm going to go with somebody who has had success, someone has a great starting position, and also somebody with that veteran age. I am going to go with Scott Dixon. Scott Dixon is at plus 900. That is my play for the 2025 Indianapolis 500.
And, of course, he kept that little nugget for himself. I just looked up Award, who's 26. Yeah. So he falls below that.
It's time for me to finally win something on this podcast.
Well, my winner has been heartbreak close too many times. This is his year.
Oh, wow.
At plus 500, Pato Award is your Indianapolis.
Wow, 500. you and I have done
I got to go buy
well.
Pato Award then.
You already locked in.
I'm locked in on Dixon, but then I guess I got to throw something on Award because you guys win. That's what you do. You win. You print.
All right, give me a top three. Give me a top three finisher.
I'll go. I mean, I like Palou. I realized the number I gave, but he isn't winning. But he's just been spectacular this year. That's my top three.
Mr. Consistency. Alex Palou, my play too.
Oh,
top three.
Nice. All right.
I'll go. How about this? I'll go Dixon.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a nod. That's kind of a nod. It's kind of to the right. Mush over here.
Exactly, because I believe in Tim.
Oh my gosh!
This is a play not for Scott Dixon, but for Tim McKernan, because I believe in this guy. Might not believe in himself. I mean,
I don't. I'm a
look
mess.
at where he's talking.
I'm a mess right now.
But I believe in Tim.
All right, I'm going to give you a top five play at plus 300. Marcus Ericsson, who knows how to finish at Indy. So give me a top five.
Yep, I'm giving you. Let's go with my dark horse. Okay, so if you circle back on a dark horse, understand I'm giving it right now. Santino Ferrucci.
Do you like Santino Ferrucci as a top five play?
Top five.
I will go with Newgarden on the top five.
All right. And give me a top tenner.
I'll go my long shot on Lewis Foster.
Lewis Foster, top 10.
I haven't seen the odds. Probably not great since he's the pole, but give me the rookie Robert Schwartzman.
Top 10 for me at plus 120, Kyle Larson. The NASCAR crossover, but the speed is real. I don't know if you guys researched this or not, but Indy 500 winning team odds.
Oh.
So the winning team, you got, Chip Ganassi
at plus 310.
You got McLaren at plus 320. Team Penske, 380. Ray Hall Letterman Racing, plus 800. Andretti, plus 950. And Meyer Shank Racing at plus 1,000. So
I'm choking on the chalk then, Rizz, because I got Palou and then Dixon is both Ganassi racing teammates. So I feel really nice about my play. At plus 310 there, boys.
So I did do the research here. Most successful team with 19 wins. Most recent wins, 2023, 2019, 2015. Do you know who that is? Team victories, 19 wins in the Indy 500. It is Team Penske. But given the penalties, let's sprinkle in the long shot. Why don't we go with Andretti? He's won. That team has won 14, 16, and 17.
Well, you got Ericsson running and Marco Andretti, so plus 950.
I'll go with that.
I picked O'Rourke to win, so I'm gonna go with McLaren at plus
320. That's correct.
That makes sense.
All right. I think we did it, guys.
Somehow I'm going to wind up being profitable on this one. And the golf thing continues. I will live as Min Woo Lee eternally.
God, I'm wondering. Okay, let's say just for fun that it's chaos. It's chaos on the track. The race goes full mayhem. Who am I going to just?
You want like the darkest of long shots.
I like full mayhem pick is Marco Andretti.
Full mayhem. Which is doesn't he have the worst odds?
Marco Andretti,
the longest. I shouldn't say worst. The longest.
No, Devlin DiFrancesco at plus 20,000.
Okay,
but Marco is at plus 10,000. So that'll be that is my total chaos pick.
Oh man, I'm just gonna stick with Santino.
Yeah, Lewis Foster is. If it's chaos, that's the name that I
plus 8,000.
Plus 8,000. Yep.
I can't go full chaos on this.
I got to give a shout out to my buddy Graham Rahal as well. He's at plus 7,000, so I like him as well.
You know him.
Oh, Graham? Oh, yeah, we go way back. Good dude.
Nice, good.
Married into the very famous NHRA family.
Okay.
The Force family.
Nice.
John Force is is his father-in-law.
Have you hung out with him on your farm?
Not on the farm, though. No, at the racetrack.
Okay.
So, guys, I think that's it. We did it.
That's it. Let's profit. It's our time.
Let's profit, guys. Do what you want with the info. Good luck. We'll talk results next week. Spread Zone presented by FanDuel, the Indy 500 Spectacular. We'll see you.
We provide information about sports betting for entertainment purposes only. Please confirm gambling regulations in your state of residence. To participate in sports gaming, you must be 21 years of age or older and be physically present in a state where sports betting is legal. If you or someone you know has a sports betting or gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org for more information and further assistance.